Call to order. Approval of temporary clerk Lisa Little.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Magistrate Anderson. Magistrate Johnson. He's not here. Magistrate Murphy.
Yes.
Magistrate Robinson. Magistrate Dodson.
Yes.
Magistrate Varney.
Yes.
Judge Diskin.
Yes.
You're gonna have to talk up, honey. We can't hear you on this side.
Okay.
Didn't
Just
mean to
for
jump
you.
on you nothing, but got bad years.
Roll call by the clerk.
Judge Diskins.
Here.
Magistrate Anderson.
Here.
Magistrate Murphy. Here. Magistrate Robinson. Magistrate Dodson.
Here.
Magistrate Varney.
Here.
All right, Leo, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? Approval of minutes of June the 20th, 2017. Roll call, please.
Magistrate Anderson.
Yes.
Magistrate Murphy. Magistrate Robinson. Magistrate Dodson.
Yes.
Magistrate Varney.
Yes.
Judge Diskin.
Yes. Okay, for approval discussion. Approval of appointment to Pike County Broadband Board. Brian, will you address this?
Yes. Last court meeting, we announced a broadband board. We got two appointees I'd like to talk about and get approval. The first one being Sandy Runyon. Sandy Runyon is the executive director of Big Sandy Area Development District for the past 17 years. She works over a staff of 80 people. Prior to joining the Big Sandy Ads, she was field rep for and office manager for Congressman Hal Rogers for 9 years. I think Sandy would be an excellent appointee to this board. The second one being Clayton Potter. Clayton is entering his 6th year as CIO Director of Technology for the Pike County School Systems. Prior to his department administration, he served 11 years as network administrator for the school districts. He's taught for 8 years. Currently, in the past, he served on the Pike County Chamber of Commerce Technological Committee and had input on Connect Kentucky Broadband Initiative. That's the two appointees for
Sandy was also,
broadband.
Sandy was circuit clerk before Judge Diskin's son was down there a couple of years,
Yes.
back
Yes.
in the 90s.
Yes. But any discussions on them two?
Roll call, please.
Magistrate Anderson.
Yes.
Magistrate Murphy.
Yes.
Magistrate Robinson. Magistrate Dodson.
Yes.
Magistrate Varney.
Yes.
Judge Diskin.
Yes. All right. Second reading of the Pike County 2017-2018 budget. County Attorney Keith Hall, please present the second reading of the proposal 17 and 18 budget.
Bill, if you don't care, go down to the next, and Keith had to step out for a second. He'll be right
Oh,
back.
okay,
Yeah, he just stepped out right then.
all right.
Well, he's back now. He might be ready.
Keith, I need your second reading of the proposal 2017-2018 budget.
Okay, I'll give it in a summary fashion here. I got a copy there. What'd you do? You got my copy?
If we have any questions, should we wait for John to be here?
Yeah, is John the end? I mean, have you talked to her today? Yeah, if we don't care, can we skip this, go to the next one?
I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions over the specifics,
this
because I'll
is-
just read it off, and I'm not gonna go down every line, I'm just gonna read it in its
it's-
generalities.
All right,
Yeah, it's just, we'll come back to that after the executive session.
sounds good.
Good deal. Pass it to Lynn.
Discuss status of July the 4th, 2017 fiscal court meeting. Brian, would you address?
Yeah, just last court meeting, we discussed having a meeting today. We can get all our financials in place to where we wouldn't have to have the July 4th meeting. We just need to acknowledge we're canceling and have a vote on it. We didn't get to vote on it last time. So just need a motion and a second to cancel the meeting.
We gonna schedule another meeting to take its place, or just wait to the?
Just wait till the next scheduled meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, roll call, please.
Well, we need a motion and a second.
We got it.
Oh, we did.
You need a motion
Okay.
to cancel the fourth meeting, and the next will be.
Did you make the motion, Leo?
Yeah, you
Okay,
did.
I'll
sorry,
second it then.
didn't hear it.
Master Anderson.
Yes.
Master Murphy.
Yes.
Master Robinson. Master Dodson.
Yes.
Master Varney.
Yes.
Judge Diskins.
Yes. All right. Next on the agenda, awarding of bids. Frankie?
Judge, I've got one bid to present to the court. It's a rebid of bituminous hot mix. It's bid number 33 for 2017. We received one bid from Mountain Enterprise, Inc. of Lexington, and the price sheets are attached to the back. And it's recommended that we award the bid to the lowest bidder, who is Mountain Enterprise, Inc.
Roll call, please.
Master Anderson.
Yes.
Master Murphy. Master Robinson. Master Dodson.
Yes.
Master Varney.
Yes.
Judge Diskins.
Yes. All right, Magistrate's Road Work.
Motion.
Need a second. Roll call, please.
Master Anderson.
Yes.
Master Murphy. Master Robinson. Master Dodson.
Yes.
Master Varney.
Yes.
Judge Diskins.
Yes. Treasurer Business, John is not here.
Skip
They're
it
gonna
and
do
come back.
comments.
Okay,
Brian, they're gonna do comments. Manager's comments.
Master comments, Bill.
well, I believe the executive
Bill.
session.
Master's comments.
Oh, magistrate's comments, yes, I see it.
I don't have any, Judge, right now.
Hillman?
Yeah, Judge, I've got a few. We had a meeting this past week or so on our four-wheeler, and I thought it was really good. Probably had 15 or 20 people show up, and there were some business people here this time that was talking about their wanting to see this thing go. They have already started building cabins and places to rent out. And Scott just got back in. I'll let him brief you on that meeting on our four-wheeler club we had last week. And he appreciate him taking that meeting. We had about 15 or 20 people here.
We have 14 people in
14.
attendance. And the main discussion primarily focused around what this Kentucky, the KMRRA, Kentucky Mountain Recreation Authority, or Rural Recreation Authority. And with House Bill, I think it's 156, I don't have the notes in front of me right now, with the creation of that, how we can be able to take advantage of that and be able to move forward with this as a driver for that facet of economic development, which is tourism. Whenever we're looking at this opportunity, I mean, we have the resources here. We just need to be able to move forward. And one of the things that we do need, the missing link, is to have an executable lease agreement so we would be able to move forward with those property owners that we have identified and start engaging them. I keep on talking about the importance of the property owners. They need to be involved in this. They need to feel included in this as we move forward, because without their cooperation, we don't have a program. We don't have a project. And there's going to be significant monies available for trail development, both from the transportation cabinet and from tourism. And we also have county funds that the state is waiting to disperse to us once we get some of the existing grants lined out, that we may be able to tap into as well to develop trailheads and be able to move forward with it. There's a whole lot of interest in this, and it's not just from the riders, it is from the property owners, because people are curious as to how they're going to be impacted. And we have to communicate with them and educate them that there is significant economic opportunity. Like one gentleman that was there, I forget his name, he was from over towards Belfry area. Butch, yes,
Butch
yeah,
Lee.
yes. He's went so far as to even go out on his own and create a business, and this is without even the trail being established here in Pike County. But he's getting folks from the Hatfield-McCoy Trail over in West Virginia, and is repairing ATVs and renting ATVs, and even has some cabin rentals. You know that he's renting out. So there's significant opportunity here. We just have to cultivate that and build it, and we'll be able to do some good things. And it's just one facet of reshaping and retooling our economy here. It's just one part of the gym. But that's where we are. It was a good meeting. We hope that we can continue to have more people start showing up on the fourth Thursday of every month. Thank y'all. Yeah, it's actually, we do have a ride scheduled. I am going to be posting that on the ATV Trails Facebook page. And I think it's the 13th, July 13th is when it is. It's that Saturday is when it is. So Willie Runyon with Fish Trap ATV folks over there, he's going to be organizing it. And we're going to be meeting, the ATV ride is we're going to be meeting at the church parking lot there at Ash Camp, right across from the post office there at the foot of the mountain. And it's a beautiful area, and it's a great time of year to ride, and we hope we can get some folks out and be able to enjoy what we have to offer here.
Thank you, Scott. And another thing, Judge, we need to do today is authorize that document that we got from the Trails people in Natural Bridge. They said the first meeting in July, so we need to go ahead, I guess, and get that. We won't be a meeting.
We can wait till July meeting.
It has to be done after July, because that's when that goes into effect. So the governor hasn't signed it yet, and we do have to pass that resolution and to participate with those 21 counties in July. So it has to be after July 1st.
Keith, can we go ahead and authorize that and give the judge okay to sign it after that date? We won't be meeting on the July 4th meeting. It'll be the last meeting in July.
18th.
And I'd like to see us get this thing sent back as quick as we can, because
Probably, yeah, it's going to be stretching it a little bit because this is a special. This is our regular.
It's not on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For today, we're in a special meeting. We'd be fudging by doing it. I'd say go ahead and do it, though. No, it's not a big deal. I'd like to see him go ahead and do it, but yeah, I don't know if we can.
I know
do it
they
in a
said they
special
wanted
meeting.
this paperwork as soon as we could sent back to them, and we can do it in July the 18th.
I think this is really a somewhat of a regular meeting because we canceled our fourth one. This
Well,
is
that's
a
what I was
substitute for it. I say
thinking,
go
you
ahead,
know,
go ahead and make the motion.
Instead of it being a special, it's to
still come,
replace
yeah.
a regular meeting
We
that
did.
we're having on the 4th. Is that
We
right?
did. This,
That's the way
I
you
think-
advertised it, Jeannie?
Yeah,
It's special.
yeah.
It's a special meeting.
Well,
Unfortunately, it is
And-
probably a
well,
special
in-
meeting. I was going to play dumb till everybody corrected me down here.
Master Dodson, if I may, we do want to make sure that that doesn't slip through the cracks, but with us passing that resolution, being active in July 18th, that's not going to have any negative impact on our availability.
We'll do it in July.
Involvement.
We'll do it in July.
Don't we
Yes, sir.
don't we appoint a board member on that too?
Yes, we do. We will have a board member appointed to it, and I already think that.
This is another board member.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But more information on that will be available whenever we pass the resolution in July.
I know they're gonna have a special session, and I'm hoping this will come up to where they get this House Bill 156 passed. And they need all, what was it, 20 counties?
21.
21
No,
counties.
it consists of 21 counties, but 16 of those 21 counties have to pass a resolution to indicate that they're willing to participate in this program.
Okay. We'll move on.
Thank you.
Judge, another thing I have is, I know we're getting calls, and you are too, about the weed situation, and we're mowing and cutting as fast as we can. We've been disrupted by a couple flash floods and windstorms, and we've had to pull them in off and put them on debris removal and road cleanup and creeks and things, but they're back on schedule now, and they've got 2 weed mowers working, trying to get it cut. We've not been able to make a complete round this year, but they're working as fast as they can with what we only got 5 men, and they're doing the best we can do. And Jackie Darrell said the bridge over at Blackberry, he's got some results, and looks like we might be able to get started on it pretty soon. Is that right?
They didn't give me a timetable on it, but the text I got from the State Department people was showing it appears to be they're going to move it from 2022 to now and repair the bridge at Blue Springs for us and take that off the county budget. State's going to be taking care of it, so that'll be a big help on their financial end. And plus also in District 2, we got the bridge finished and opened up there too, and that's more the good news for those families up there on Elkhorn Creek. District 4, I meant, yeah. So our foreman done a great job. The bridge looks real good, and it's open to the public now to travel.
Judge, that's basically all I have, and we were just told by Frankie about our bid on our hot mix. I remember when I started working for the county, we could buy it, have it put down for about $27 a ton. Mm-hmm. Now it's around 100. So, you know, when people look at why the road is not getting as much attention as it used to get, is because of the price that we're dealing with, and there's it just keeps going up. And I thought when the oil and the gas started going down, that the price of blacktop might drop a little bit, but it keeps going up. And you take right at $100 a ton, and it don't go very far with the budget that we have. So, you know, I just want to let the people know that, and hopefully everybody has a good, safe 4th of July. Thank you.
All right, we need to go into the executive session. Pardon?
I'll be real quick, Judge.
Okay.
I just want to thank my road department and the work that they're doing. You know, with the little flash floods and stuff we had, we still got 3 or 4 areas in my district that we're going to have to do some special attention to and stuff, and we're going to do that. I want to thank the people who are being patient with us on some of them are not, and they get a little over anxious and all that, but that's all right. We'll work through it. But my guys are doing a great job. The litter in Pike County, I talked to some people that were camping at Jenny Wiley this week, and they were from up in Ohio, and they've came down here. This is the 5th or 6th year, I think, they've came down here and camping up there, and they talked about how pretty eastern Kentucky was. But that guy said, I'll have to say, y'all got some areas that people litter a lot, don't they? Gosh, dog, that just set me on fire, I guess. But, you know, and I told him, I said, yeah, and, you know, and it's not outsiders doing it. It ain't you people from Ohio. You Buckeyes ain't the one doing it. It's us'ns. We're the one doing the littering. And I you know, and I wished our people would take a little bit more pride in their county and what our roads and stuff and their ditch lines, and quit that daggone littering. We don't have to. You don't have to litter, you know. And Jimmy Dale and them guys are doing a great job of picking up and stuff, but they got to keep on doing it. Just keep on. It's like an everyday job. And I'd like for all litter people that work in picking up litter, I'd like for them to be without a job next year. We didn't need them. Thank you, Judge.
All right. We need to go into executive session to discuss personnel and possible litigation. Bobby, will you read the KRS?
Yes, sir. At this time, I'd like to make a motion that we go into executive session and according to KRS 61.810, paragraph discuss pending litigation, and paragraph F, Pacific personnel.
I need a motion.
I made that a motion, Judge.
Okay, need a second. And roll call, please.
Master Anderson.
Yes.
Mr. Murphy. Mr. Robinson. Mr. Dodson.
Yes.
Mr. Varney.
Yes.
Judge Daskins.
Yes. Brian Morris, Judge, go ahead.
Just a couple of personnel. Need to acknowledge the resignation of Randy Childers. Randy employed here at the county for 27 years. He's retired effective June 30th. I want to wish Randy and his family a great retirement. Approval to hire Anthony Conrad, temporary solid waste area 1 loader at 2H rate of pay effective 6/26. Approval to hire Stephen Sloan, temporary solid waste 1 loader 2H rate of pay effective 6/22. That's the judge's recommendation.
Second, is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Master Anderson. Master Robinson. Master Dodson.
Yes.
Master Varney.
Yes.
Judge Daskins.
Yes. All right. Following recommendations, let's see what else. You gotta go back to the treasure business. Oh. All right. Second reading of the Pike County 2017-2018 budget. County Attorney Keith Hall present the second reading of the proposed 17-18 budget.
Thank you, Judge. I'll summarize it and then see if the treasurer wants me to be more specific on any matters, and then also if there's any questions about specificity, and they could direct it back to me, and then, of course, I'll direct it over to the treasurer who knows all this. Generally speaking, there's a packet that everybody has here, has the appropriations, and it has within the appropriations budget. The general budget says total general $15,013,591. Road fund $6,365,444. Jail fund, the budget $4,589,866. Local Government Economic Assistance Fund, $2,260,684. Federal grant budgeted, $1,065,815. Forest Fire Protection Fund, $32,771. Or I guess that's the total forestry. Solid waste, total solid waste appropriations, or the budgeted amount, $5,645,930. General government, the local government, general government, $604,612. Special fund, the maintenance garage fund, maintenance garage, $1,065,578. For a total budgeted appropriations of $36,644,291. Revenues, general fund, $7,227,984. Continuing on with the first accounts. How would I categorize that, John? Where it says 13 accounts listed. Oh, that's of the 13 above, I'm sorry. You going down with the total general fund revenues would be $8,046,278.
It should be.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, keep going, right? $15,013,591. Lost a few million there. Road fund. Total. $6,365,444. Jail fund, budgeted revenues, $4,589,866. Again, these are all from several sources, which are itemized. If anybody wants, they can sure get old John, she'll give you a whole copy. Local Government Economic Assistance Fund, or see, I did say the total jail, didn't I? $4,589,866. Local Government Assistance Fund. Total $2,260,684. Federal grants, anticipated revenues, $1,065,815. Forest Fire Protection Fund, $32,771. Solid Waste revenues, $5,645,930. The General Fund Recaptured Fund, Special Fund, $604,612. Maintenance Garage Fund, $1,065,578 for a total anticipated revenues of $36,644,291. They match. John, I asked the treasurer, is that an adequate summary of the budget for 2017-18? Oh, and I apologize, there's a, as usual with any budget, when you get down to the last day, which we're about there, you're going to have a amendment to some extent, which is allowed by statute, KRS 67078 for emergency act, which you have to do at the end to make everything match because some last second matters, and I'll summarize those real quick. Those are total, there's amendments, which will total $2,263,573.89. And that would be amended, anticipated receipts and expenditures. Is that the correct way to say that?
Yes.
With that in mind, I'll say that is the second reading with the emergency amendment to take account here at the last minute. Here it was, so Section 1 of the budget, the current fiscal years is amended to increase receipts in the following funds included unbudgeted receipts, and they're all summarized. And the budgeted expenses. With that in mind, that'll be the second reading of 2017, I guess you would call it the 2018 budget.
Yes. Needs two different orders there to do those. One for the budget and one for the amendment.
You need two different motions?
Yes.
I need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion, we approve the budget.
Got a second? Lisa, roll call, please.
Magistrate Anderson.
Yes.
Magistrate Robinson. Magistrate Dodson.
Yes.
Magistrate Varney.
Yes.
Judge Deskins.
Yes.
And I'll make a motion, we approve the emergency amendment.
John, am I correct? Did that used to be 59? When I read that, I believe a few years ago, wasn't that at one time 59 million that we ran through? Wow, that's amazing. I just
Yeah, it was in the 50s at one time. And really, the 36 million includes probably about 3 or 4 million for Jimmy Kaiser that's really not operating revenue.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Magistrate Anderson.
Yes. We have to do two different motions.
Master Robinson, Master Dodson,
Yes.
Master Varney.
I've got a question on the amendment. Are those supposed to,
Yeah, they're supposed to match. I've got to get them in balance. I was worried about my budget balancing, my budget balance, but I don't know why I'm $28,500 off between revenue and expenses. So I've got to figure out what I've done here because my revenue and expenditures per fund per budget works. But I'll get that correction fixed on that.
all right, I vote yes then.
Judge Deskin.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Where are we now?
There's a lot of money.
Other treasurer's bid?
Treasurer's business.
Authorizing necessary transfers and interfund transfers to pay the bills, payroll, health, and life insurance to end the fiscal year.
I need a motion. Second.
Kenna.
Kenneth did
Roll
it.
call,
Motion.
please.
Who's second?
Kenneth made the motion.
Second.
Gilman second.
Okay. Master Anderson,
Yes.
Master Robinson, Master Dodson,
Yes.
Master Varney,
Yes.
Judge Deskin.
Yes.
We've already done the emergency amendment for the end of the year. Authorize the following checks in the amounts of, hashtag Appalachia LLC. It's a video for the solid waste grant, for grant money, so it's nothing out of the county's per se budget, $5,450. The next check, Kentucky State Treasurer, is for the March 31st environmental remediation fee of $21,503.81. Superior Pest Management, this amount's not to exceed. We're trying to negotiate with them. I don't think Shelby Valley and Dorton was as happy with it after they did termite work up there, but they charged us $7,825. We own the facilities, so Paul said it was do this or rebuild them. And we're trying to work with them because the fire chiefs are not happy with it.
Donna, don't we have a bid out with East Kentucky that takes care of our buildings on,
We sort of use both of them.
do I,
We sort of use both of them.
this a new company here? I've never heard
These
of it before.
They've done some at the solid waste, is for Superior Pest Management. This employee used to work for East Kentucky Exterminating.
But how's the bid package, Frank? Do both? Don't bid it?
We're just doing 3 buildings for $8,000. How can it not exceed $20,000 a year?
This is termite treatment. This isn't like the normal spraying for roaches and stuff like that that does each year. That's normal pest control. That doesn't exceed.
Does East Kentucky do termite control too? I think they do.
Who contacted this company to get them up there, Frankie? I mean, I saw this bill yesterday for the first time, me and John reviewed it, and I didn't know it was going on. I mean, did the fire department just call them out and they did it and said,
Somebody had to do it.
I believe it was rescue.
rescued it? You know, I'm trying to educate myself right now on charges. I mean, that seems pretty excessive to me. I mean, John, to talk briefly yesterday, we're going to kind of educate ourselves on, is that normal charges for termite charges?
Well, it's not normal for people just go out and call people to do a job that we have to agree on to pay. Is that not right? I mean,
Did they have
it should go through Paul or Frankie or Judge or Brian or somebody.
Should have made that call.
They called a couple of weeks ago and made that call, and it was towards the end of the budget, and we had the money left and to take care of it. So at the end of the budget, this is supposed to come out of last year's budget.
So you're okay with this?
I'm okay with it, you know.
Is that normal charges, Paul? I mean,
That's termite and pest control both, you know, it's
mean,
on both two buildings up there complete. The termites eat them up, you know.
is that normal cost? I mean, the cost isn't escalated in any way
Not
to
deal a
your,
whole lot with the termite deal on that, Brian, to know for sure on that.
I will make a motion that we lay this over to the next meeting and let you investigate whatever occurred here and make sure that they done what they're supposed to do. And I know termite control, you've got to have a written contract that they'll come back and do it if it occurs within a certain amount of time. Is that not right, Paul?
Yeah, they
We
should
need
have all that.
the
yeah.
court, before we pay this bill, we need to see what we're paying for and what we're getting into.
But we've used these before, haven't we, John, to this company?
Yeah, they've been used before at solid waste. I was looking here for the courthouse pest control. We had 4,800 budgeted, and we spent 4,765 for the courthouse.
Close, wasn't it?
So, let me see.
The one problem you're gonna have to lay that bill over is,
He hits his
you
budget for
pay it out
next
of
year.
July next year, it's gonna take his whole fire department building treatment money. It won't come out of this year's budget, it'll come out of next year's budget.
Well, you know, Frankie, we just can't go pay bills that we don't know what we're paying. And, you know, you guys can do it, but I'm not gonna vote to pay for something that I don't feel that Brian and the judge is satisfied with not seeing what we're paying. I mean, Brian and Jonda is both questioning this bill. What do you think about it, County Attorney?
I see what you're saying. It's not enough to be bid, but it's still enough that you think that it, for a one-time expenditure. I've always heard, I don't know anything about.
And pest control
This
and
isn't
solid
termite,
waste
this isn't termite
had-
treat, this is actually treating termites that are there. This isn't preventative type termite treatment. This is treating what's there.
Now, I do know that
everybody
termite
says it's
treatment's
expensive.
expensive. I know if you go do a residence, you're looking at probably 25, $3,000. I've got that much information. I'm not questioning the amount of the bill. I'm not questioning if it should have been done. What I'm questioning is, you know, I just want to know that when we pay this bill, that it's going for the treatment of it. And,
Will you be
and
doing
just
at least-
educate myself on
Will
it.
we be doing at least 20,000 over a year so that you could, even though it may not, you could arguably not bid it, could you also say next year you're going to be doing at least 20,000, so arguably put it on the bidding process next year? Would that be possible? Budget, something you don't bid or, but I got you. This is about the first time I remember a termite treatment. Got you. It's a big expenditure, but not a biddable amount.
The normal pest control that we do is basically they just kind of
Spray for bugs.
And the two line items,
$400, $500 a month, and it's something we normally don't bid. It just doesn't.
Well, I don't think Master Dotson's satisfied with cutting the check, so why don't we have a motion and a second to pay the bill, and if it passes?
You can get the votes probably. I'm just telling you my opinion. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not comfortable with what our treasurer is saying.
All right.
You wanna do it like pending?
Yeah, I mean,
If Paul
just
is-
voting to authorizing
Paul's
him to spend
satisfied
that
with
much.
it, I'll vote for it. I'm satisfied with it, but.
How about just a vote to authorize him to spend up to that amount?
The biggest thing, if we hold off on it, it's gonna come out of this next year's budget. And then, you know, we won't be able to do what we need to do.
I think you can vote for it too, and put an addendum onto it that
But,
they
you
check
know,
it out
they-
and
they
make
go-
sure that
You got
they
two
pay up to
buildings
that
all through
amount.
the perimeter, outside and inside.
my only question about it is, you know, who authorized it? Who gave permission for them to go do it? And any kind, I mean, $8,000 is, it's not to the $20,000 limit, but I personally would like to know that we're going to cut an $8,000 check for termites. You know, that's my only question, you know, who authorized it?
Right, they called me, I didn't see a problem with it at the
Okay.
time, because what it was the last few days, the last of the budget, that's what I was thinking. I said, if it's something we had to do next year, then that money was going, was gonna lose it anyway.
Did they get a PO number for it?
Frankie, did they,
Oh, so the money comes out of Public Works? Okay. All right, so it's a county building, it comes out of Public Works. Paul knew it was going on, Paul approved it, Paul's satisfied with the service.
Well, the treasurer had a question about it, and
I just, sort of just floored me to see that kind of price. I was asking Penny, I know she talked to him yesterday and said they had done the work and wanted the chemicals to work for a few days before they put that stuff back. So I think they drilled holes in the concrete and left some stuff. She said they did the attics too, and he said they cleaned up afterwards. He went and talked to the rescue squad chief yesterday, and they said they had everything worked out.
Paul, did you
Yes.
check this after they done it?
No, I didn't know they've done it yet, but I knew they was going to, knew that they called me and
Well,
said it had to be done.
Can we authorize the check pending Paul's investigation and approval of it? And if Paul comes back to the court and satisfied, we'll have approval for the check. But we won't cut the check, Paul, till you come back and
Okay. I'll
talk to me and let me know that you're satisfied. Yeah, if he goes out today or tomorrow, we'll get the check cut.
Problem, Frankie, I see is you didn't get a PO. You didn't have anybody authorized other than Paul and Paul didn't inspect it, did you, Paul, to see if it had termites? And
No, I didn't.
we're paying a bill that we,
I know, like I said,
have
we've
no
been to some
account
other
of it.
buildings that's had them to block buildings, and then they've studied around it, and the termites just took over, and a couple more buildings we've had on it like that. So
Just preventative.
I'll check it out.
But this is gonna come out of this year's budget, not next year's budget.
It's what we're hoping to get accomplished.
Okay. I'll make a motion to that effect then, that we pay it.
Need a second.
Can I second?
Roll call, please.
Master Anderson.
Yes.
Master Robinson. Master Dotson.
no.
Master Varney.
Yes.
Judge Deskins.
Yes.
I couldn't remember if we had gotten approval, if Hillman wanted the grader to go ahead and get it purchased, but Frankie said we do have an approval for that one. Is there any other equipment that anybody wanted to purchase after July 1, after having gone to the auction to look for anything?
John and I may want to purchase some stuff, possibly. I got a meeting in the morning at the road lot. Let's look and see what all we may or may not need.
When are you going down there?
To the auction? I'm not sure yet.
Do you want
I just gotta-
approval up to a certain amount to
Yeah,
come out of your budget starting after Saturday?
yeah,
Okay, if you decide to go and purchase anything?
yeah,
Okay.
please.
We need to get an authorization to issue a check for, do you need anything? Magistrate Anderson, if he chooses to go to the auction, not to exceed 50,
Yeah, it'd be fine.
which will come out of his road account, not to exceed 50, to purchase equipment at the auction.
What did we do about the lawnmowers, Jackie Durham? Did we buy them, purchase them, or
You
what?
better go down there and get that grader, Hillman. You got Jeff coming in behind you.
You look closer to the mic. I couldn't understand you, Bob.
I'll sell him
What,
one over.
what did we do with the lawnmowers that we were
10,000.
talking about purchasing, the 2 lawnmowers?
I think they went down and got it. Didn't got it yet.
We're waiting until this new budget comes and going down, probably next week.
Oh, okay, all right.
They're supposed to be holding them for us.
Do I have approval for him to get the lawnmowers too?
We done made that,
Oh, with
and
your stuff?
you said you
Okay.
couldn't, write a check after July.
Right.
And
Okay.
they're aware of that. And,
Okay, I was just making sure. Keep everybody covered. Whenever I got approval back in April to do the euthanasia license at the animal shelter, I said I had to do it by electronic check. Well, I didn't know they was going to charge me $1 for each person I did. So we did the facility and the 2 men. So I need approval to get Lori Goff's euthanasia license reinstated and do it by electronic check so she will be up to date.
Can I hear a motion?
Need a
Motion.
second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Master Anderson.
Yes.
Master Robinson. Master Dotson.
Yes.
Master Varney.
Yes.
Judge Deskins.
Yes.
Is there any other checks that anybody has or requests to be issued for approval at this court meeting to end the fiscal year? not. I need authorization for, since the next court meeting's a holiday and the next payroll or paying our health and life bills, to start the new fiscal year, start transferring money around. So I need to authorize any necessary transfers and interfund transfers to pay the bills, payroll, health and life insurance for the new fiscal year, since the next meeting is a holiday.
Motion.
Second. Roll call, please.
Master Anderson.
Yes.
Master Robinson. Master Dodson.
Yes.
Master Varney.
Yes.
Judge Fiscal.
Yes.
I have no further business.
Done? All right. Public comment. We got it here somewhere. Found it. Mike May.
Good morning. Mike May, McAndrews, Kentucky. I appreciate the opportunity to speak this morning. I'm going to go back a couple of meetings ago and hear them talking about the brush and the debris coming into the drains. I would like to say that a lot of that problem comes from the power companies, contractors, cutting that and leaving it by the right-of-way. I think Magistrate Dotson a few years ago, I'm going by memory, he had spoke on that here in the court to see if, talk to them and do better. I mean, they have different contractors that I know with the property I'm associated with. Several years ago, they come in and had that problem, and when they talked to me the next time, I told them, I do not want to have anything left. It ends up in the creek. So they pretty well on my property abided by that, but when you get on up the holler or whatever, and they will cut blocks and leave them laying beside the thing. And here, about a month ago, the hard rain we had, I had 2 drains that got plugged up with, the little, about a foot these was, and So I think that's something that I think you could get on top of, which, from my understanding, I think with the rate increase or wanting to and all that they're even threatening that they're not going to be doing as much. But that's one thing I'm sure a lot of this garbage and trash, as Jackie Darrell talked about, from the limbs and whatever, does come from that. And with that being said, I would like to, the broadband come to mind. I'd asked Magistrate Varney and I 2 years ago I would like to have a little more understanding of the franchise of the cable companies. As far as that, maybe 55 years ago, but what does the county get out of it? To whereas the citizens don't get the competition. I know other places, these companies will compete for your business. And I'm sure, and I'm not talking about one company, the company I'm with, I get a rise. But if, does anybody could, maybe enlighten me of what the deal? I mean, I reckon y'all hold the deal of them franchising it out to them.
Mike, I think that's controlled by the FCC, and we've got a book probably about that thick, don't we, Frankie? And they pretty much do what they want when they want. They raise your bill when they want to, and they put what channels you want to. I think it's all controlled through the FCC, and we don't have anything other than the agreement, is that right, Frankie, with Gearhart and whoever started this thing back years ago?
Yeah, I think a long time ago, it used to be like 15 different cable companies, but as they went out of business and then one company's acquired their service area, now there's only 2. But
well, I think when it started out, that's what I'm saying, 50-some years ago, you had individuals that would come in and pick up a few miles and, we'd franchise them out so they could spend and, get it started. But they have been eaten up by the big companies. But I would like to know more, what does the franchise do? I mean, you franchise them, I mean, can you deny them a franchise and, have some competition come in?
Not since the FCC took it over and deregulated it for the counties. That happened back during, I think, Karen Gibson's administration, because we tried to bump our fees up on franchise fees, and then this all came to fruition, and we only get like 23,000 and something a month, and used to, we was making 40 or 50. But since I've been here, they've regulated it, and then they've deregulated it. They've had us to regulate it, and then they deregulate it. So the last has been deregulated, and there's
Okay, but
nothing we
I would
have
like,
to do with it.
just if there's anything that could be done, I think it would be a welcome thing from all citizens of Pike County. So you ain't gonna have to sit me down today. Thank you.
All right, thanks.
All right. Commissioners and directors' comments. Jackie Darrell?
Pretty well covered a few minutes ago I was going to, about the Blackberry Bridge, the bridge at Elkhorn Creek's positive news. And add on to the whole area, we've had the problems, the rain and breakdowns, the weeding we're behind, and we've done some patching and hard topping, and that took time out too. So we're trying to get caught up on the weed eating, but way behind on that, but we're working on it. Just takes time.
Paul? Anything? Commissioner, or county attorney's report.
No, it's been a end of a fiscal year. Everybody have a safe 4th of July, and watch out for a lot of churches having Bible school and a lot of people out on the roads. I'm over in fiscal court today, but I hard to get out of over there in the criminal prosecution traffic court. I still feel like I'm in traffic court warning everybody to drive safe. Thanks.
All right. Pike County Judge executive comments. I wouldn't wish my worst enemy on these, what do you call them? Shingles. I've had for 8 weeks. And I've had brain surgery, open heart surgery, and I've had nothing that acts like these shingles. And they're about gone, but they may go off for half a day, then suddenly they're right back again. But I'm trying to handle them, and will do. That's about all I have to say. Adjournment, I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second, all right. Roll call, please.
Master Anderson? Where'd he go? He's gone. Master Robinson? Master Dotson? Master Varney?
Yes.
Judge Dixon?
Yes. Thank you, babe.